Don't put the remote control of your happiness in the world's hands. So the way to stay joyful is to find a way for the joy to come from within. If my joy is 100% dependent upon watching my favorite show on TV, well, then if I live in a place like India where the electricity goes on and off, there are going to be times when while my favorite show is on TV, the electricity goes off and I am miserable, if that's my only source of joy. If my only source of joy is achieving and succeeding by other people's standards, in my job, in my workplace, meaning that my boss appreciates me, or that I get some raise or a promotion, I'm never going to be able to be consistently happy because my boss is also human and may appreciate some things, may not appreciate other things. May see the value in some things, may not see the value in other things. But if I've put my source of happiness in things that are external, I've handed them the remote control. If I want to be in control, then the source of my joy must be from within. So, for example, one way of getting joy is for people to appreciate me. But another way of getting joy is to appreciate other people. Now that's in my control. I have no control over whether anyone appreciates me, but I have full control over me appreciating others. And so I develop a habit of making sure to appreciate people as much as I can. And I'll tell you something interesting about that. It's a beautiful practice. It's a practice that actually some of the most amazing beings I know do. And it's something that oozes out of their happiness and spreads happiness. A dear, dear friend of mine, Dr. Bruce Lipton, who's a very, very famous, amazing, renowned scientist, author, speaker. Being in his presence is almost embarrassing because he is so full of love and appreciation that you find yourself saying, enough, like stop. It almost feels, we're not used to getting that much appreciation. And so it's a very interesting place even then to be on the receiving end of. But it's an expression of not only his own personal awakening and brilliance, but a personal choice in life to see that which is beautiful, to see that which is worth appreciating. I've seen him appreciate everyone. I mean, it's not just that he does it to me. I've been with him as he does it to everyone. There's a function that happens. End of the function, he's giving the sound guy this huge hug and just giving him the most effusive, loving praise of what an expert, amazing sound guy he was. And it's an expression of the beauty of who he is, but it's also a very conscious choice that someone that brilliant has made to live in seeing things that are worthy of appreciation. So If your joy only comes when others appreciate you, you're giving them the remote control. But if instead you can turn it around and say, I am going to commit myself to seeing things that are worthy of appreciation and to giving that appreciation to people. Not because I'm looking for them to appreciate me in return, but because actually by spreading happiness, which is how everyone feels when they get appreciated, by spreading happiness, we actually feel happier. It's a beautiful secret of life. The more happiness you give, the more happiness you feel. The more love you give, the more love you feel. So figure out ways for your source of joy to be within. You're waiting for the world to love you. You've handed them the remote control. You decide you are going to love the world. That's up to you. And have a very clear understanding of who you are. Journal. Make beautiful lists. Who are you? Aside from the divine, yes, the end of the Gyan yogic practice of who am I is essentially I'm soul, I'm spirit, I'm divinity. But I mean even you in this human incarnation, you in that body, this life, who are you? What are your gifts? What are your virtues? What makes you special? Make sure you know what those are. And then keep recognizing them in yourself. So for example, if one of your good qualities that you recognize when you introspect is, I'm pretty generous. I'm a giving and sharing type of guy. Well then, every time you share, every time you give, make sure to notice that. Not in ego, not in, oh yeah, look, I'm so great. But just in very beautiful, very valid appreciation of this psyche going through his karmic journey in his human incarnation, doing the very best that he can. And here he is, sharing with others. Isn't that beautiful? And really feel that. Again, not on an ego way, but on just a really true and humble and beautiful way of, wow, yeah, look at that. And then, of course, take that and realize that's the divine flowing through you. As you are giving and serving, essentially what you are doing is opening yourself up to the flow of the universe, because the flow of the universe is giving. Trees give oxygen, water, shade, fruit, fragrance. Rivers give water. I mean, the nature of creation, the nature of nature is to give. And so when you give, recognize, that's the divine universe flowing through me. How beautiful that I was able to open myself up to that. And when you see beauty in others that you appreciate, recognize what you're seeing in them is the soul, their soul in a different human body, different karmic package, going through a different journey, doing the best it can. And so whether it's on a soul-to-soul level you're seeing them, which is also a very deeply powerful practice, or even on my psyche going through its karmic journey sees your psyche going through your karmic journey. And you know what? You are doing such a great job. I saw how that guy treated you. That was really obnoxious. But you were so kind. And you were so gentle. I saw that. I see you. That's what everybody wants. We want to be seen. It's why so many of us spend so much of our day saying, listen to me. Right? How many times do we tell somebody, just listen, all right? It's why there's a selfie craze. We're all dying to be seen. Look at me. See me. Acknowledge that I exist. This is what we're all yearning for. And so if you can see another being and let them know that you have seen them, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift. And it'll bring you joy.